Back here on Big Train TV, we'll pick up action here in the top of the 5th inning. No runs came across last inning for the Braves. That's fouled back by Velasquez. Heading towards some cards. Heads up back there.
That's another one.
Dangerous.
It's like a black SUV.
Dylan Spilko motioning to me and saying that that was almost at his car.
That's your fault for parking so close.
Yeah, Dylan Spilko.
You assume the risk and responsibility.
Parked very close to the field. Strike there for Velasquez and 0-2 quickly. New pitcher for the South County Braves. We'll get you who that is real quick. Number 7. Another single digit is Velasquez hits one past the diving glove of the third baseman Rosso and into left field for a base hit.
Just the second single for Kyle Velasquez. He's been a double machine. 6 hits now overall on the season.
Jay Nesson greeted rudely out there on the mound.
Nesson, I believe, pitched in that previous meeting. I think we'll get Jack Cohn up and throwing.
Surprised to see him pitch in this game. So once again, apologies for technical difficulties we've had tonight. We're working with what we've got out in the air, open airspace. Nesson checks the runner at first base and throws. Strike in there, and it's 0-2.
Velasquez was in an 0-2 count as well. We'll see if Sean Ewell can answer as he did as this one skips by him.
Yeah, it skips by. He did a slide step there. Going out to the mound to check on his pitcher was the catcher, Ethan Rothstein, on the dish down at number 39. We'll see who gets up and pitches next inning. We'll see if hit goes 5. No pitcher's gone 5 this year thus far. It's been a good outing for hit. Just 2 earned runs as Sean Ewell tries to come up golfing on that one, but unfortunately lands in the sand trap there as he swings and misses. Strike 3.
Yeah, impressive block on that one from Rothstein behind the dish. It's been a tough day for him back there, tougher than a long weekend at your in-laws, dealing with the ups and downs of this South County pitching staff.
And it happens, you know. A way to go out there and make up for it a bit. You know, tonight Rothstein walked and he had a sacrifice RBI as well. Dancing off second base is Velasquez. Pitches inside.
Thomas homered in his previous trip to the plate. Some nice breeze picking up here. So maybe some storm clouds coming in from deep left field as this one is through the gap.
Smoked and off the glove of the shortstop Stallings, and that'll bring in another run. It's 11-2 Big Train. Again, just the one hit for the Braves thus far in this game, and it's that home run. Reaching with the base hit is Matt Thomas, who's had himself a day.
Yeah, and that was a tough luck play for Stallings at short and Winter out in left. I think if Stallings maybe hadn't made contact with that one, trying to dive after it got past Rosso, the third baseman, that might have rolled a little bit quicker to Winter, the left fielder, and he would have been able to get that throw and perhaps stop Velasquez from scoring from second. Instead, Winter's got a long way to come in to charge that, and it ends up being the 11th run of the game here for Big Train.
11-2 to score, 2 more runs to make it merciful in play, as we've seen not happen this season as far as Cohn takes strike, and it's 1-1. Ball down the right field line out of play.
That one towards the bullpen a little bit.
Some soccer going on beyond the left field reach. Jack Cohn chops that one up the first base side, right to the first baseman, 3-2 for the second round of inning. The runner goes down to second, so 11-2 Big Train. Would be a sacrifice 3-2, wouldn't it, to get the runner over?
Technically it would. Did advance the runner. I don't think that was Jack Cohn's intention, but that's the way it worked out. That's the way the cookie crumbled, and sometimes it is a batter. You just gotta take it. Can't double into the gap every time.
As Alderman hits one off the dirt in front of home plate, chopped right to shortstop. Stallings for the out, fires to first, and that'll do it for the Big Train. You get one run to come across a stretch across this 12-2 Big Train, or 11-2 Big Train, excuse me. And next up, a word from our sponsors at the Dandy Walker Alliance.
1 in 10,000 children are born with a brain malformation known as Dandy Walker syndrome. Dandy Walker can cause enlargement of the skull, lack of muscle control, and other developmental challenges. More research is needed, but we do know that early therapy helps many live healthier, fuller lives. 1 in 10,000 may not seem like a lot, unless your child is the one. Learn more, find help, and help others. Visit dandy-walker.org.
We apologize for our sincerely quiet voices earlier. We've fixed everything up. Hopefully everything's back to normal here as we're out in the stands in Lorton, Virginia at South County Field. Once again, this is the first leg of a home and home. We'll see you tomorrow night at Povich Field for the second half of this. So Hitt out for his 5th inning of work. First time we've seen any pitcher pitch in the 5th inning this season for the Big Train that has started the game. He's only allowed 1 hit. The 2 runs are just merely blemishes at this point as it's taken in there, and it's 1-1. Grayson Hitt out of Alabama, pitched pretty admirably tonight. There's a ball outside, and it's 2-1. 1 hit for Hitt. That's in there, and it's 3-1. Big Train leading 11-2, 11 runs on 10 hits. That's in there for a strike, and it's full count. Hitt trying to pound the zone here in this inning. Something we've seen a couple times. He's got that ground ball working today. And swing and a miss, strike 3, got him. So there's just the 3rd strikeout for Grayson Hitt today, and he gets Winter swinging there. That'll bring up Cooper Benson.
Freezing winter there, so to say. Ice cold strikeout pitch for Grayson Hitt. 3rd of the game, if I'm correct.
Would you call it a funky cold Medina? So that's laced to second. A tough hop for Velasquez, but he fields it in time to throw to first and get the out. So the bobble comes off of the turf right into the chest of Velasquez, and he fires out the runner at first base.
Yeah, great recovery by the right side of this Big Train infield. Velasquez staying with it, keeping it in front of him, and a good play by the Hoover. Vacuuming up the potential error at first base is Nolan Shanuel.
So you're going with Hoover and not Oric?
I'm a Hoover guy.
It's big.
These days, it's been a lot of Dyson.
Yeah. Dyson, not Gerard, of course.
No. Of Pittsburgh Pirates legend.
That ball is hit up the first base side and into the glove of Shanuel. Will take it easily. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Grayson Hitt. He's through 5. Big Train up 11-2, up big. They got that one hit. So 5 innings of great work for Grayson Hitt in his first outing as a Big Train. Nesson out again on the mound, facing off against Trevor Doyle. Doyle had a single his last time up, and there is that ball. Hit him, I believe. That hit
Number
him.
5.
Number 5.
Straight off the front foot there. Doyle shaking that one off the blue Adidas spikes.
5 hit by pitches in this game for Big Train batters. Count them, 5.
Not 1.
I
Not
got
2.
5 on it.
Not 3. Not 4. 5.
Mets and Foe.
I am Sons and 4.
Sons and Foe.
I am traumatized from that song forever. 5 on it.
I got 5. That used to be
The Us trailer from Jordan Peele.
yeah.
Used to love that song. Not anymore.
So you know the funny thing is
Not anymore.
is that David Wright had that as that bat song because he wore number 5, as Nip swings and misses there, and he didn't know what it meant, what the song meant.
Because he wore number 5?
He just put it because he wore number 5. So, and he did. He wasn't sure. The underlying meaning is we see some heat lightning. Go heat lightning. Go heat lightning.
We better be ready to pack up quick. Last time we saw heat lightning, the storm came in on us quick. Got the umbrellas ready.
Take a look at the radar here for Lorton, Virginia.
As this check on the weather here from the Dandy Walker broadcast booth is brought to you by the Dandy Walker Alliance. Go to dandy-walker.org to learn more.
See, where I'm seeing it looks like we're not in too much trouble. It might just missed us, but you can never be too sure. There's some little pockets of it around there. There's 1 and 2 count now to Grant Hip. Fouls it back into the screen. But yes, there is heat lightning.
Go heat lightning. Heat lightning. Go heat lightning.
There is a severe thunderstorm watch, and starting in 36 minutes, so 9 o'clock.
Well,
likely.
this game's moving pretty quick, swiftly. Knock on wood.
That's not fair. Grounded down the first base or third base line, not enough for 2. The throw to first base is in time to get Nip.
By a step.
By a step, moves the runner Trevor Doyle over to second base, and Brady Gump comes up now.
He was hustling down the first base line. Nip was moving.
He really was. You know, I'm thinking if it does rain, they're probably just gonna, because it's 5. If they get through 5 innings, they can call the game. if it's not tied.
Or the big train could score 3 more runs here and just make it a whole lot easier on everybody.
Absolutely. 3 runs.
That's what I'm rooting for.
3 runs makes it a 13-2 game and just 11. So they would need 1 more run, maybe 4 runs in this inning to get to that mercy rule.
Well, it's 3 runs. Isn't that what I said? That would be 14-2.
Oh, I had my count off. I thought it was still 10. I saw the 10.
Hits.
I saw the 10 hits and
11 runs on 10 hits.
It happens. We're not perfect. We're out in the stands.
I think we're pretty perfect, Tyler.
Ben, I don't know, man. You took away my great call of a Keith Torres ground balls. That's grounded past the outstretched mid of Rosso, and that'll get a run in. Staying at first base is a big bolt of lightning, shoots over left field, and probably saw that on the broadcast. Coming in to score now and making it 12-2 is Trevor Doyle on the base hit.
We're getting closer.
I believe that's a base hit. They're going to call that a base hit.
We'll see.
So it's
Nope.
lightning.
Second error on the board.
Oh, another error. So, yeah, there was a tough hop for Rosso at third base. And Gauthier now bats for the 5th time in 6 innings.
I mean, he has a chance to get to 7 at-bats in a game here.
He could if the rain holds.
If the rain holds, if the score holds outside the mercy rule.
Gauthier homered his first time up to lead off the game, and you'd love to see that again here.
That would help.
Very, very much. Make it a 12-run game. Check on the runner at first base. He's not going anywhere up 10.
You never know.
Oh, yeah, you never know with Coach Sal's teams.
Pedal to the metal at all times. That's the mentality. Play the game the right way.
If they can't stop
Have
us,
fun.
they can't stop us. 12-2 the score. 12 runs on 10 hits. Storm seems to be moving in quite quickly here. They get through 5. They're through 5 innings now, so it is an official game. They can do whatever they want with it. And up 12-2, you got to think.
Hey, let's maybe not pick off the runner twice here. I don't know how much Brady Gump's going to be moving. Let's try to get through these. Come on.
Absolutely.
There's lightning moving in on the area. Pace of play. Rob Manfred would be proud.
Dancing out of the way of that one is Austin Gauthier, the freshly committed Terp. Home of our very own beat writer tonight, Dylan Spilko, who stands up and acknowledges the non-existent crowd.
A sitting ovation.
It's in there for a ball, and it's 3-1 to Gauthier. And on deck, Kyle Velasquez, who today has walked, struck out, and singled. And he flew out. Filling up his bingo card tonight with all ends and outs. But Gauthier still has to be dealt with here. Nesson delivers. Hits that one towards the second baseman. That'll be right to him. Could be 2. Second for 1. Back to first. Double play. And the inning is over. So Gauthier grounds into a 4-6-3 double play. Easily turned there for the second baseman, Boone. And the big trainer retired, but a run does come across. They've scored in every inning except for the third. It's 12-2 big train. Zach Locke on to assume the 6th inning work. 5 beautiful innings pitched by Grayson Hitt, who is in line for the win tonight in his first outing as a Big Train. That's past the pitching glove of Locke. Fielding it is Velasquez in a nice sprawling effort to make that play. And 1 pitch, 1 out here for Zach Locke in the 6th.
Call him Grayson 1 hit, because that's what he did out there in 5 very strong innings of work, allowing just the single base knock and 2 runs.
So 4-3 on that put out there as there's 1 away, and Santino Rosso will switch around now and bat from the left side with the righty Locke on the mound. Lightning starting to pick up a little bit here in left field. No rain yet. The winds are picking up a bit. Rosso takes one for a ball, and it's 1-0. Zach Locke has put in some beautiful efforts in relief this season. Been a bulk guy this season thus far, Ben, and has just performed pretty admirably in that role as well. He delivers here as Rosso fouls it back and over the screen and out of play.
There's sometimes when Sal Colangelo just needs things locked down. And number 36 in black has done that when called upon.
Hope to get him up here at some point to talk to us. Maybe sometime soon at a home game. Obviously can't do that on the road because we don't have the constraints available as Rosso
I'd give him my headset.
loops that one into foul territory, and that's going to bounce away from anybody.
Yeah, you can really feel the wind starting to pick up here in the bottom of the 6th. Those clouds starting to look a little menacing out in left field.
And swing and foul tipped into the mid, strike 3. So a strikeout from Zach Locke, and there's 2 down here in the 6th. And moving this as quickly as they can to get as many innings done as possible. It would behoove them not to in this game. Getting a nod of approval for behoove from Dylan Spilko, sitting directly to my right.
That's got to be at least 6 now.
No, it's like 14. We're saying Dylan Spilko all too much tonight. But I think he loves the clout. Anyways, Locke deals here. There's a ball low to Ethan Rothstein. Check our out-of-town scoreboard. Nationals leading the Pirates 2-1, and the Mets are leading the Cubs 4-0. Dominic Smith with a home run.
Because those are the only 2 teams that matter.
Absolutely. And we will be seeing the Orioles in a couple weeks.
Unless there's a suspended game that needs to be replayed that day.
I hope not.
Do have some schedule adjustment news to share with you. The DC Grays game from last Friday that was postponed due to heavy rain will be played this Thursday at
Would
the
you
Washington.
call it heavy? I mean,
Yes,
it didn't
was.
rain all that hard.
At the Washington will be played this Thursday at the
Oh, I'm
Washington
thinking of
Nationals
the Gaithersburg game.
Youth Academy down in Southeast.
Because I was going to say the Gaithersburg game, there wasn't all that heavy rain, just came on quickly, and it just necessitated them to resume it later. There's strike, is ready to walk down to first base as Ethan Rothstein for his 2nd consecutive walk, but instead it's 3-1.
Got to stay hungry, stay humble at the plate.
Keep making those Rothsteinisms tonight as he once again is not in Bar Coastal.
Not a cliche.
Hits one high, and that should get out of play towards the bullpen. Running forward is the right fielder, but it pops right in front of the bullpen down the right field side, and the count runs full. It's a way to battle back here from Zach Locke.
Baseball being examined by the Big Train pitching coach as he walks it back to the dugout. You'll get a look at him in a second here.
As he
We've been
ambles
told,
by our camera.
Been told it's not the correct baseball in play by the South County team. Of course, home team provides the baseballs.
Hits that one up the middle, right to the shortstop Gauthier. Fires first in time to retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning for Zach Locke. That's 2 in a row for Big Train pitching, as the one hit is still the only one in this game. And after 6, Big Train lead it 12-2.
1 in 10,000 children are born with a brain malformation known as Dandy-Walker syndrome. Dandy-Walker can cause enlargement of the skull, lack of muscle control, and other developmental challenges. More research is needed, but we do know that early therapy helps many live healthier, fuller lives. 1 in 10,000 may not seem like a lot unless your child is the one. Learn more, find help, and help others. Visit dandy-walker.org.
Kyle Velasquez stands in here to lead off the 7th inning, the big train half of the 7th inning, as the clouds start to slowly thicken up a little bit here at this game. Zach Locke turned in a 1-2-3 inning in his outing, back-to-back 1-2-3 for the big train. Hit, of course, finishes off a flawless, 2 blemishes really, or really just one. And the only hit he allowed was a home run. Otherwise, it would be 1 run on no hits right now, and we'd be looking at a no-hitter in the face. Anyways, outside, 2-0 to Kyle Velasquez. Velasquez today, he's batted 4 times. This is his 5th one. He's singled, he's walked, he flew out, and he struck out looking.
2-3-4 here for the big train in the top of the 7th.
Chopped down the third base side. Diving play by Rosso, but a new player at third base gets by him and all the way into the corner. And moving in there at second with a double is Velasquez. We do have a new player at third base.
Kyle Two Bags starts things off in style here in the top of the 7th.
Absolutely, and that'll be Jonathan Fisher taking over at third base. He made a diving effort, but passed his glove.
And pays the Fisher price with that ball into the outfield grass.
Not so sure about that one, Ben. I appreciate the effort, though.
And hey, a Nolan Shanuel 2-run homer here would do it.
We've seen him homer before.
Manifest, manifest, manifest.
Prayer circle for a home run here to seal the mercy rule in this game. Rain has now affected all 3 games I've called, or multiple games that I've called.
Potentially.
Call me the Rain Man, Dustin Hoffman.
Great
I don't want to
movie.
be associated with Dustin Hoffman, but that is the movie he was in with, I believe it was Tom Cruise, right?
That sounds right.
I'll have to see. Who's on first? Well, on first right now, actually on second, is Kyle Velasquez.
No, what's on second?
That's crushed into right field, but right at Shmela, and he'll make the catch as the runner tags. Headed to third, a nice throw was cut off there by the infielder, new infielder, number 4. So
lots of defensive adjustments here for South County, emptying their bench, getting their reps in.
yeah, McGuire Tuffy
And
off
we'll
the bench
see-
in at short.
We'll see a pinch hitter on deck for Sal Colangelo as he makes a couple substitutions potentially as well. Keith Torres, the flying Hawaiian, maybe getting an at-bat in the middle of the order. Normally a bottom end type of guy you go to in that pseudo leadoff role in the 9-hole to help turn things over. He's done an excellent job of that in his 2 games as a member of the Big Train.
Absolutely he has.
Felt the raindrop.
It's all right. You'll feel a couple of those tonight as it starts to approach a little bit. There's an ominous glow in the left field sky.
There's a little gap in those clouds. You can kind of see it. Yeah, right there in the middle of the left of your screen.
It's popped up towards
This
us.
one is
Hey, that's me. Just kidding. It's not.
towards absolutely no cars.
No one's parked over there, but if you were,
Free baseball.
free baseball, someone go get it.
I might go get that on our way out.
Big summer
I'm a
blowout.
sucker. I'm a sucker for souvenir baseballs. I'll take whatever you get me.
That's looped over first base and into right field for a base hit, and that'll score another run, and it's 13-2, and they're one step closer. And stay hot, Matt Thomas, his 4th hit of the game. He's 4 for 5.
3rd RBI as well.
He homered earlier in
Getting
this one.
full off those ribeye steaks. Ooh, that was a big bolt in center field. It's kind of a good sign maybe that it's moving, you know, left to right across the field here. Maybe we'll skirt by over us. Knock on wood. Only metal available at the moment.
Maybe it can just move pretty well. You know, and standing in now is Keith Torres. He'll pinch hit
We're ready for anything.
for Jack Cohn here in the 7th. Flying Hawaiian. Stands in at the designated hitter position. Taken in there, low, ball 1. There's one taken for a strike, and it's 2-0.
Great job to check that swing from Torres. Really in control of the hands there.
Once again, as the clouds roll in a bit here.
It is. I mean, it is dark out there in center
It
field.
is, but there's that little gap it's a bit bright up there over left field. Dylan Spilko trying to shade his head from the rain tonight with his own computer, which may not be that smart of a decision.
We've got umbrellas at least. Dylan's out there in the cold.
Dylan is, as that's popped up towards us. Coming up as Ben
lost in
tries
the
to
light.
make the catch, and it lands just behind us, near
I don't
us.
think I had the reach for that.
A couple of kids run for it.
I lost that in the light. I'll admit it.
Yeah, it happens. Those lights are pretty bright. The stanchions.
I was ready.
You were ready. You were
I was
standing.
up on my feet. I had it on the upward part.
Another high pop behind, slowly behind second base, settling under his second baseman Boone to make the catch for the second out. Or no, excuse me, Rosso moves over to second base. There's a lot of defensive changes here.
With some fresh new pants, here's Kemp Alderman.
Yeah, Alderman tore his pants up earlier in this game, sliding into home, and boy, wouldn't he love to make up for that with a big swing here as he big swings on that one and misses. Strike 1. Camp Alderman today, couple of runs driven in. It's been a nice effort here tonight.
There are
13-2, the big train lead here as Alderman stands in as it starts to drizzle a little bit here. That's high and over the head of Kemp Alderman. 2-1. Things starting to get ominous and dark here at South County High School. We'll be back in action tomorrow night at 7 o'clock as there's a big raindrop on my leg. Alderman swings and misses for strike 2, and it's 2-2. Things getting considerably more wet here at South County High School.
Get those umbrellas
Alderman
up.
crushes that one deep to center field. Way, way gone. Forget about that one. Kemp Alderman destroys one way out of here, and that's that Ole Miss power you see there. And it's 15-2 Big Train, and there was no doubt about that one. Oh my goodness, what a shot off the bat of Alderman.
From the crack off the lumber, it's a mercy rule big fly for big number Trace.
Makes it 15-2. Big Train up by 13. Of course, they have to complete the inning here for it to be officially a mercy rule, as it is 3 runs in this inning for the Big Train, and a big fly drives in 2 for Kemp Alderman, and he has been having a day. That ball is smoked above the third, and then into no man's land. That's going to be a base hit. So Doyle reaches with a softly struck single, and he's aboard.
Soft drizzle starting to come down. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 4 outs away from a potential mercy rule. Would be the first of the year. The Big Train moved them to 3-1, dropping South County down to 0-4. Big Train currently tied at the top of the CRCBL standings with the Alexandria Aces. We'll check in on their action perhaps if we get the chance.
Foul backing out of play there by Grant Knipp. 15-2, the Big Train are rolling over the South County Braves right now, who put up a bit of a response in the first 2 innings, but since then, nothing. Zeros all across the board.
Pedal to the metal.
Dylan Spilko gets under my umbrella, but what a blast by Kemp Alderman. Can we harken back to that?
Absolutely. I mean it's going to get glossed over because we're worried about some other things here at the moment weather-wise. But, I think it was either a 1-2 count or a 2-2 count. Stayed back and just brought those hands straight through it, crushing that one, pulling it into deep, deep left center field.
Hunter Renfro-esque power for the Big Train here tonight. Great shot off the bat of Kemp Alderman. I'd love to see that video once again. So apologies for the camera angle again. Couldn't see the sheer veracity of that home run, but it was far, and just take our word for it. We know some things.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
And a half swing there, and a miss, and that'll do it for the 7th. Big Train get 3 runs. 15-2 they lead on the strength of a big fly from Kemp Alderman. Just a mammoth home run as the things start to pick up in the rain here, but headed out to the field now are the Big Train, and we'll have to see you here back on Big Train TV. Back here on Big Train TV, Zach Locke in for his second inning of work. He stands against Tyler Solomon, who swings and misses at 2 quickly, and it's 0-2. Big Train, of course, 3 runs last inning on a rip of the pants by Kemp Alderman earlier in this game. He ripped the home run out of the ballpark, and there was no doubt about it.
Zero
doubt. He left. I mean, that was gone from the word go. Solomon looking to maybe get a response here as he fouls back towards the dugout, and a couple of guys leap out of the way for the Big Train, or for the Braves.
Wind really picking up now. Heavy stuff hasn't moved in yet, but man, has it got dark.
It really has.
3 outs away from the end of this one, barring a run scored, 2 runs scored here by South County. Again, knock on wood. Tried to manifest the Nolan Shanuel mercy rule 2-run home run, and Kemp Alderman decided to oblige.
Obliterate is a better word.
Oblige via obliteration. Oh, that was a big one.
Yeah, big bolt. We're under umbrellas here.
We're under umbrellas on metal bleachers next to a metal backstop.
So tonight, unfortunately, no Big Train post-game show as we aim to get out of here pretty quickly. Big Train TV post-game show. We'll have that tomorrow night, though, as always.
But I'll tell you one thing. My player of the game, Grayson hit.
Yeah, Grayson hit.
I mean, back-to-back nights for a pitcher after we gave the
to
distinctive honor to Cooper Rons. But, I mean,
avoid
when you come out here and you chew up 5 innings of one-hit ball, you let your bullpen get some rest, get their legs kicked up there for the majority of this game, you're going to be successful anytime. And how about the offense coming through? 14 last night, 15 tonight. Punctuated by the Kemp Alderman big fly exclamation point.
Yeah, and I to avoid going with the same guy as you, I'm going to have to go with Matt Thomas. Thomas had a big day at the dish, 4 hits, including a home run. So I'm going to go with Matt Thomas purely in opposition of that one because I would have gone with hit regardless.
We can be in consensus. There is nothing wrong with a little agreement here.
Well, yeah, but you can't go through without mentioning the 4-hit game from Matt Thomas, including the big fly.
Well, I wasn't going to because I was going to let you handle it. It's a no-win situation for you, Tyler.
Yeah, that's normally how most situations are for me, is grounded up the middle right back to Zach Locke, and he'll fire and settle into the mid of Nolan Shanuel for the first out of the 7th inning. The decisive 7th inning. All they need is a walk-off 14-run home run. T.J. McCants almost did it last night.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
No, just say I left you speechless.
Sure. I'll give it to you. You continue to astound me, Mr. Tyler Gallo.
Well, that'll bring up Nick Erickson, the designated hitter.
And we'll do it again tomorrow night. These two teams will square off at Povich Field. A little bit nicer digs for us up there in the Dandy Walker broadcast booth, the George Solomon press box.
The press box that seems to change its name pretty much every day. We won't comment on what it used to be, but it had a different name before. I don't even remember.
Neither do I.
Big
Swing
cut
and
and a miss there from Erickson.
Big chop by the designated hitter.
We're not in Atlanta. You can't do the chop here. Chop house in right field. There's a chop house at Citi Field now, which I thought was pretty apparent that it was a copy of the chop house.
But how do they spell house? Is it H-A-U-S?
That's house. It's got to be house. Das Krankenhaus.
The Ambu house?
No, that's the hospital. I believe so. Krankenwagen is the.
Like I said on the
ambulance.
drive over here, I only took German for a week.
I never took it. I just love Krankenwagen. That's a ball outside, and it's
3-1.
3-1 here to Nick Erickson, who's only got that one swing in this at-bat.
And it's a big one.
Under some umbrellas, like Rihanna. Here at South County High School, where Big Train lead it by a wide margin. There's a crush deep to left field. Way back there is Gump at the wall, and that is gone. Goodbye. Nick Erickson goes yard here and makes it a 15-3 ball game. So there's that walk-off 14 home run he was looking for.
No more of those, please.
As Nick Erickson checks in here, and it's still a 12-run lead for the Big Train.
I will be unbiased until it involves potentially getting out of here with a storm impending 2 innings early.
Absolutely, but that was didn't have
That's where I draw the line.
Didn't have the distance that Kemp Alderman did. I'd love to see where that ball ended. Sources say that's still going.
Both of those pretty loud off the bat, though.
We'll get Dylan Spilko on it.
Genius mathematician.
That's fouled back. At least it was at least 400 feet, maybe more.
Do they teach advanced distance physics at the Testudo Times?
I don't think they do. I think the Testudo Times is all about getting you closer to Maryland action, like we get you closer to Big Train action here on Big Train TV. Under umbrellas, like Rihanna said way back when.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, like Imagine Dragons said way back when. Locke trying to just settle down here with 2 strikes here on Nathan Schmela, who homered earlier in this game. That was so long ago. It's in the 2nd inning. Almost don't remember, but it went just over the outstretched glove of Brady Gump, who climbed the wall. That's 2 hits, by the way, today.
Trevor Doyle, actually.
Trevor Doyle.
Yeah, 2 hits by the Big Train pitching
long
staff.
balls.
That's pretty remarkable.
Living La Vida Loca are the Big Train today over that. They have a couple of long balls of their own tonight. Gauthier, Thomas, and Alderman all going deep.
5 combined home runs. And you have now retaken the lead.
Yeah, 5-4 is
taken
the lead. Never had the lead to begin with. But it's back, and that's laced up the middle past the outstretched glove of Gauthier and into center field for a base hit. So first non-long ball of the day for the Big Train. It's there for the Braves, and it's the 2nd hit for Nathan Schmela.
Wouldn't you love a double play right here?
That'll bring up Race Kernane, pinch hitting for Hayden Winter.
Race, not Reese.
It's not Reese, but it's spelled Reyce. I love that name. Pair of strikeouts today for Hayden Winter, but Kernane looking to change that. Inside, ball 1. Foul back into the screen, and it's 1-1. Kemp Alderman's baseball is still settling into the atmosphere, maybe up the ozone layer.
Might have crossed into orbit by this time.
Yeah, he sent one. He sent that into orbit in all senses of the word. It's fouled back, and it's still 1-2 to Race Kernane.
I think the Ole Miss product may be in line for a job with SpaceX after the way he launched that one out there.
Or NASA. NASA's examining that for being a comet. See it in your telescope, flying through space. Zach Locke just trying to get out of this inning here.
Maybe we'll find that in your windshield back up in Bethesda.
I hope not, because I'm in Chevy Chase.
Same thing. Close enough.
It is close, but I would be very concerned if a ball that landed in Bethesda was in my windshield, because I'm not there. Maybe it settled into the window of my room back in Rockville.
Here's the 1-2.
Right back to third baseman Alderman. No chance to get 2, so we'll go for the sure out at first base. And, oh, coming off of second base is the runner. Caught in a rundown. And that'll do it for the inning. That is a very surprising way to end this one. And I believe this ball game is over. Big Train win it 15-2. Thanks to a 15-3, excuse me. Forgot about that home run in this inning. But a questionable play to end this one, but via the mercy rule, the Big Train closed this one out as the rain starts to settle in here on Big Train TV. No Big Train TV postgame show today, so we'll wrap it up a bit for you a little bit. Couple of home runs today for the Big Train. Some solid pitching from Grayson Hitt, and a long, long, long home run from Kemp Alderman. Today as the Big Train settles to a 15-3 lead, or 15-3 win. Ben, what did you take away from this game tonight?
Yeah, just a complete game overall. Great pitching, great hitting. Really good execution on the defense there, as you saw with how that last play ended in style. 15 runs on 15 hits, allowing just 3 on 3. 2 errors from South County helping out, and that is another trip to Victory Station for this big train.
Absolutely, and a 6-3-4 double play to end it, which is probably the weirdest double play you'll ever see. I'm not sure why the base runner, Shmela came off there, but he did, and that'll do it for this one. Big Train win at 15-3. We'll see you back in the Big Train TV at the Dandy Walker Alliance press box, broadcast booth in the George Solomon press box tomorrow night at Povich Field at 7 o'clock as they take on the South County Braves once more. For Tyler Gallup and Beck, that's the wrong way around. Anything can happen here in a 15-3 game. For Ben Bobek, I've been Tyler Gallo, and we will see you tomorrow.